¿Qué onda, vatos? Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous here, coming at you from the West Coast in the studio. Once again, we're going to be looking at a couple more lowriders, a couple more badass motorcycles, some badass builds, some very good looking builds. And like I mentioned, a lot of these builds are going to be top notch, fully customized, full on custom lowrider S's. These are the cream of the crop out there. Some of these are from the Facebook group, and I decided to kind of expand a little bit into the Instagram, but we're not going to go into full detail in the Instagram. Starting off in the Facebook group, let's go ahead and get into the first lowrider. And yet again, we have another FXR fairing. Yes, like I mentioned, these are my favorite type of builds. I do like these. The ones with the lowers and the saddlebags, it just looks absolutely beautiful. They're great. I'm a fan of this look. The light touring, these bikes are very good. They're amazing. They have the 5-gallon tank, the lowriders. That's why I mentioned in some of my videos, this is probably the best start, the best a base start. Your foundation for a great build is the Lowrider S. It has everything that you need. That's why I'm such a big fan of this bike. You can turn it into whatever you need it to be. This is probably the best start that you could get. It's got the 114. It's got the, you know what? I'm not gonna get into all the details. Let's just look at these bikes.
Let's do this.
All right. So the overall look of this bike is just, it's amazing. It's got a great paint job. It's got an overall build to it. You can see what this person was going for. Overall, just function, touring, and with this high exhaust, you know this guy's gonna be leaning into the curves with this bike. He has a high thunderheader exhaust on this bike, followed with a Trask Performance air filter, air breather. I got this one myself, and he does have mini floorboards on the bike. And this is still mid control, so he's gonna have a good aggressive feel over the bike. Great control of the bike. And let's go ahead and move on up. Absolutely beautiful paint job. This is one of the best paint jobs, along with a lot of the other ones that you guys seen in the last video. It looks like he has a satin finish, not a high gloss, but you know what? It looks great. It looks great. He also has like a marble effect on the bike too, as you can see around here, around the fairing. Just it ties in the whole bike on the lowers as well. It just ties it in perfectly. This is a great build, followed by another amazing Saddlemen step up seat, tuck and roll in the front, and then just a plane on the back. And I'm guessing this is JD parts. I'm guessing, I don't know. A lot of these parts, they're made by different manufacturers. You can find RWD. You can find them with Big Bear Chopper Customs. Yes, JD, Deviant. There's a lot of these manufacturers. A lot of these guys, they do produce the same type of fairing, so it's kind of hard to narrow which one it's coming from. But I'm guessing this is JD. This is probably JD clam slim saddlebags, and I'm guessing since he does have these saddlebags and he has the lowers, I'm guessing this is also a JD's fairing and lowers. So, and based off of the rotors, those look like Galfer rotors. And you also have a black line dash. This one, I believe you would have to order it internationally. There's a few other guys that make this style of dashboard, but they're just not as sleek as this one. This is by far one of the sleekest looking dashboards that you can find for a Lowrider S. Paul Yaffe, they make a few. There's a few other ones that you can find that are made here in the United States, but I think this is by far the cleanest looking one.
It's beautiful.
And let's go ahead and look at from another angle. From the front, let's go ahead and look at a few things. He has a Clockworks windshield on top, a beautiful windshield. This does offer a lot of wind protection, and Bum King engine guard, followed by the mini floorboards. And he does have a chain conversion on the bike, so it's going to be a little bit quicker. But with those with the chain bike, there are some pros and cons. The only cons would be you would have to you would have to maintain it a little bit more frequent opposed to a belt. But you know what, I'm not going to get into it. And on that note, it looks like he also has a RWD suspension on the bike. Moving on up to the handlebars, as you can see, bands, grips, I'm guessing that's waffle pattern. And I believe he also has hard case performance risers. And for some reason, I kept on calling these, in my other video, I kept on calling them Joker machines. But I don't know why. These are hard case performance risers. It's a nice touch all the way around. The paint, the grill right here, everything, the smoke, the lens, it's a great build. As you can see, the whole tie-in of the paint, the same theme, everything's, it's a great looking bike. A lot of performance on this one for sure. And yeah, it's just an amazing bike. Great bike. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next one. Okay, so on this one, it's not going to be one of those high-end builds, but it's going to be a great build, something that you could probably do. I haven't seen it much in the Facebook group, but this is something that you could probably get someone to do for you, or if you know how to do it, that's great. But with the crimson red, I'm not going to get into it too much, but I think the pinstriping on this bike, you can't really see it from this angle. It's just the color. There's no contrast with crimson red and this bronze bronze that you get with the Harley-Davidson with the tank badging. And I'm pretty sure this pinstriping would have looked amazing on a black or maybe on the silver. That's just the reason why I'm not a huge fan of this crimson red. You know, it's a nice color, but I'm not a huge fan. It just doesn't pop too much. It doesn't stand out too much when you're looking at the gold and the bronze up against the black. So but anyways, you know what, it's still a nice bike. So let's go ahead and get into the overall build. I'm guessing this is the Saddlemen step up seat. He has a diamond pattern in the front and diamond pattern in the back, and like I mentioned, something like this is going to just stand out. It's going to look different, and it looks like he got somebody to go ahead and pinstripe the whole bike. It looks great. Pinstriping on the fairing looks great, so it's just going to stand out. And I believe he has a fork bag as well. I'm not sure what he puts in there, but it's there. So, and it's also on the fender. Looks great. And just like on the fairing and the fender, he also has it on the gas tank. So it looks great. Look at this. It's high class detail, pinstriping. It's not too, it doesn't stand out too much, but it just gives it a little bit of detail, and it looks great. And he also has some flush mounted gas caps. So overall, this is looking like another unique build. It's nice. All right, so he got rid of his turn signal, so he probably has a Moon's tail light. The Moon's tail light will give you the ability to go ahead and move your turn signals into your tail light, and it looks great. So that this might be the case. If not, he probably doesn't have turn signals on the bike, but some states it doesn't matter. I don't think I've ever gotten pulled over for not having turn signals. We also have a Kuryakin lay down license plate, and just to tie in the whole build, he also has some pinstriping right here. And by the look of the exhaust, TBR turnout pipe. This is an amazing sounding exhaust. It's a popular exhaust with the whole Facebook group. A lot of people have this exhaust, so it just sounds great. So great overall build. Looks great. The pipes look amazing. He still has the 114 air breather. So nothing else other than the pinstriping, the exhaust, and the seat. But it's a great build, and the flush mounted gas cap. So yes, another great build. Another unique build. This one's nice. I like it. On to the next one. Another FXR fairing build. Another great, amazing, good-looking bike. It's absolutely beautiful. I like this style. I know this one is from Big Bear Choppers, and Big Bear Choppers, they don't have the best reputation. They did some shady stuff a few years ago. A lot of people in the community already know about them. So anyways, let's just go ahead and set that aside, and let's look at this build. All right, so let's go ahead and start out at the back. We have Sport Glide saddlebags. These are absolutely gorgeous saddlebags. I really like these saddlebags. Not a lot of cargo capacity, not a lot of capacity in these saddlebags, but they do look amazing. They look great. Followed by the once again, it's another Saddlemen step-up seat. These are just popular everywhere. They're great seats. This has the tuck and roll in the front with the diamond stitching on the back. Beautiful paint job all the way through. It's got that classic West Coast style. Looking in this area, as we can see, he has a Speed Merchant swing arm. These are one of those nice touches to the build. It stands out and it looks great. You know it's a Speed Merchant swing arm when you see it. You can see it and it looks amazing. This is an amazing swing arm. It looks great. It's lighter. It's more. It's a stiffer swing arm. It's got more strength. And you know what? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into it. And he also has Öhlins suspension in this bike. He might have Öhlins in the front too as well. So let's go ahead and move on forward with the build. Another 2-in-1 exhaust. He has the FXR fairing, as I mentioned earlier, and he also has the lowers. And in the front we have a carbon fiber fender, followed by gaffer rotors. Once again, just like I believe the first bike. So yes, this is another great build. Look at the detail and just the paint. It's just, man, this bike is beautiful. Looks like the seat is probably changed in this image, maybe to go with the paint, the black and the gray. I don't know, maybe the other seat's probably different. I just noticed that right now. And he also has a Baja LP9, I think. Baja LP9 headlight. Yes, that's a Baja Designs LP9 headlight. So overall, great build. Let's see what else. Okay, so from this angle, we can see this is Kuryakin grips. This looks like Biltwell Murdoch pullback risers. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it's Biltwell risers. And he also has the paint all the way through the dash. And I guess from the earlier image, it does have that gray on the Saddlemen seat. So I mentioned this in the Saddlemen review. You could do customizations like this to the seat, and it's just gonna stand out. It's gonna look amazing. It's gonna have that customized look to it. So you could completely customize these seats. And by the look of the FXR fairing, he has these little doors. There's somebody else that makes these with the little doors. RWD, JD. You're not gonna have this little compartment on the fairing. So this is 100% sure. This is a Big Bear Performance or whatever. Like I said, whatever they're calling themselves. And I think there's another manufacturer that makes these, and they offer this little door compartments, which is nice. I like seeing this mainly because it's not wasted space. Everything's being utilized. A lot of the FXR fairings, they're just kind of like it doesn't have this little door, but I don't know if this is gonna make noise if it rattles when you're riding or anything like that. So I'm not 100% sure if it's manageable to be dealing or with hearing. Who knows? Maybe they put a little liner on the inside of the door so it doesn't shake too much or something. All right, so let's go ahead and do a rapid fire overview of these next couple builds. FXR fairing, great fairing. I believe this might be Lucky 13 handlebars, another great set of bars. And the overall paint, look at this, just amazing. Gold leafing, old school West Coast style of paint job. He's got some floorboards right there as well. He also has a high engine guard from Bum King. These have had some issues with the lowriders, mainly because of the 20-degree rake. People in the Facebook group have mentioned that this will bang up against your fender, so I'm not sure if he has some other lift on the front. Oh, you know what he does? He does have a lift on the front. He probably got that from Henry's. Anyways, Saddlemen seat, great seat. Like I said, he's got the diamond stitch in the front and on the back. He also has leather pros, great saddlebags, and he has a sissy bar as well. And the helmet, Simpsons. I'm guessing this is the Ghost Bandit. Looks like he matched the paint from the bike onto his helmet. A great choice. This looks amazing. This is another great build, another beautiful bike. One more angle on this one. looks amazing. Look at that from the left side. It just looks complete. It's got a nice flow of lines, and like I mentioned, you can't really have the front fairing without the saddlebags. So this just looks great. It's amazing. It's a nice scenic route right here. It looks great. This bike is just beautiful. He also has a cover over here, a custom cover, and he also has the rear passenger pegs. Nice touch all the way around. He also painted the lettering on the tires, and just overall a great, beautiful bike. All right, last one on the video. We're running out of time here, so let's go ahead and look at this one. Another performance build, another beautiful bike. Öhlins suspension on the front and on the rear. He also has the Bum King guards. This build screams performance 100%. Look at the big brakes. Look at the suspension, like I said. The Saddlemen step-up seat to kind of put you in control of the bike. It seats you perfectly in place. It doesn't let you get out of place. It doesn't allow you to lose control of the bike. So all of this just screams performance. He also has some foot pegs on the build. Another 2-in-1. Great looking bike yet again. This looks like another Lucky 13 bars. Here's a close-up of the front. Look at this, amazing. He also has the wheels power coated. I didn't mention the wheels in a lot of in the other video or on the other builds, but yeah, this is another great looking bike. Another power coated black wheels. It just gives a little bit more of a custom touch. And the Brembo, everything on this bike, just wow. It's 100% performance. Look at the gold Öhlins, just all of this. It looks absolutely amazing.
Swing! Swing! Tent pole!
Yes, I think I'm in love with this. Great build, great, beautiful bike. All right, and from this angle, he has a 31 state block-off plate kit right here. You could change this. They offer this in gold, blue, red. They offer this in different colors. Highly customizable, a great choice on this bike. He also has a pinstriped Harley-Davidson side badging. It looks like he color matched the Öhlins with the tank badging, so it looks great. It really stands out, and it's those small details, those small minor details that are really gonna pop. It's really gonna put you out there. It's just gonna stand out. So another nice touch on the build. Saddlebags, and yet again another step-up seat. Diamond on the front, diamond on the back. Another great build, beautiful bike, performance. This just screams performance. And he also has the Road Warrior fairing with I believe that might be a 13-inch windshield. Another beautiful bike. This one is just 100% performance. It screams performance. It's got the big brakes. It's got the Brembo brakes. It's got the Öhlins suspension. Everything about this build is just wow. It's just whoa.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen.
You know, it's a great build. Anything I would do to it? No. I mean, this bike is just way beyond anything else. This is one of those beautiful builds, and we can see right here from the image, he's in somewhere in SoCal. Neptune's a popular spot out there in SoCal on the weekends. This place is just it's just packed to the brim. You guys just go ahead and stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.